What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, with our new HM Waterfall in tow, we did a little bit of backtracking around the Sinnoh region, gathering ourselves all sorts of items, including the signature items for the legendary Pokemon Dialga and Palkia. In this episode, we are going to continue making our way through Route 223, which we began in the last episode, and making our way all the way to Victory Road, where we're going to hopefully train for the final battle against the Elite Four and the champion. We're probably going to be going in a little bit under-leveled, but that's okay. We got a lot of ground to cover still. It's going to probably take a good 2 to 3, maybe even 4 episodes to get through all of this, but we're just going to keep trudging along. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Okay, I think I'm going to switch on over to Gong for this, just because it's better to use an Earthquake on a Tentacruel when possible than it is to use a Thunderbolt. No matter the stab damage, I don't care. It's just a significant difference, although this still might be able to survive the one-shot. And if I absolutely have to, I can finish it off with Psychic or something of that nature, or just use 2 Earthquakes. We'll see. But yeah, we're just trying to train everybody up. My goal is to get everybody to level 50 if possible. My Drifblim is currently the odd one out right now and is several levels kind of below everybody else sitting in the PC. Well, I say several. She's like 2 or 3 levels below everybody right now, but by the time all this is done, then it will probably be several. I'm going to probably have to work on her just a little bit off screen, but if I can kind of bring her in line with the rest of the team, I won't be feeling too bad about it. Okay, so we are only after a couple of items in this area. There's one item in particular I'm on the lookout for, although I think it's towards the very tippy top of the route, so I think we'll be okay. We still have to get through quite a few trainers as we go, so it's not like we're in a huge rush or anything. But I am, like I said, I am not leaving any experience on the table here. I want all the XP that I can get going into this because, like I said, the Elite Four is a bit of a jump. We should be right about at level for the first Elite Four member, but we're going to be significantly below each subsequent Elite Four member with increasing differences as we go. I am also going to try to hoard as many rare candies as I can and try to selectively dole those out at the end here. We're probably going to have 4 going into the Elite Four fight. I actually don't know how many are in Victory Road. I think just 1 or 2, so it's not going to give me a lot, but we will obviously see. That all remains to be seen. We might actually have 5 or 6 going into this now that I think about it. But let's keep looking around. I think that covers all the swimmers around here, so now we're going to head up to the island. This guy, I don't think this guy actually is packing the Pokemon that I think he has. Well, maybe he does. All right, let's just start. I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, so he's going to start with something here. Oh, yeah, he's going to start with Pelipper. Okay, so that was the right call. I'm good. However, his next Pokemon, his other 2 Pokemon are not going to be good for Geist to fight, but that's okay. This will probably push Geist really close to level 48, if not over the threshold. And then we can do some swapping here. Probably get Helena in on this action a little bit more, because all these water types, I mean, why not? It's time to feast, right? Especially against anything that's not a Tentacruel. Or a Gyarados, I guess. At least for my grass type. Okay, there we go. Gastrodon. Let's switch on over to Helena. Sitting here at a cool level 47. Not bad. Should be able to get to level 48 with ease before this is all said and done. There we go. Okay, you are just going to get the... I'll Petal Dance you. Why not? Because I'm probably going to do another swap here in a second anyway. But down goes Gastrodon with ease because of that quad weakness. And we still have 4 trainers left after this guy. This is actually one of those trainers that can have the Versus Seeker used on them as well. So there is that. Okay, Machoke. You know what? I'll just keep Helena out for this. Let's see how much damage this does. Why not? Let's just keep getting her experience. Also, maybe Petal Dance will go for 3 turns before Confusion instead of just 2. I don't know. There's no way to know for sure. It's going to be a lot of damage, though. Or we could just one-shot it. That's even better. That is what I like to see. Not bad at all. That is some special attack right there. Okay. Next up, we have an item here. Get ourselves an Ultra Ball. Thank you very much. I want to say there is a heart scale somewhere on this particular patch of land, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to keep going. The only item I'm focused on is at the end of the route, so up this way. And I think now I'm going to actually switch Helena over to the front slot just for the time being. And up we go. Oh, hold on. You turned at the last second, ma'am. I really do want to fight you. You're the kind of guy is someone that looks good out on the open sea. I forget that all of the swimmers out here are flirts for whatever reason, or just really thirsty. I've never understood that. Like, going all the way back to Generation 1, all of their dialogue just exudes that, and it's very silly. But yeah, we'll just keep using Pedal Dance on pretty much everything we can. No sense in using Giga Drain at full health. So, especially when it's the weaker move of the two. Unless I absolutely need to. There we go. Okay. There's an easy one. And 2 more Pokemon should get her to level 48. Got ourselves a Dive Ball, which is the lesser of the balls. The original intention of the Dive Ball was it was supposed to work specifically on Pokemon found in the deep sea. But obviously that's not really been a thing besides Generation 3, so what's the point? just stick with the Net Ball. It's so much more useful. It really is. Okay, Pedal Dance again. Although for her second Pokemon, I may end up switching over to Geist. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. One-shot the Lumineon. Let's see how close this pushes me to level 48 here. Really close. Let's see how much this does to Pelipper. Why not? Pelipper is probably going to be a little harder to take down than Machoke, but it doesn't hurt to actually see the damage we can do. Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that Pedal Dance hurts. I mean, I know we got a 5-level difference, but geez, that is freaking amazing. All right, there we go. So now, as we head up here, I might do a little bit more swapping again. This right here, I think, is the item. There we go. Yep, that's the rare candy I was looking for. So I've got 3 in my bag at the moment. And upon looking at my notes, I can see that there are 2 more in, Victory Road. Is this a path that leads down to something? It is! Oh my gosh, how did I know? How did I know? And I'm not even looking at the map right now. I was just barely back here. You are in a very secluded spot, my dude. Very secluded. If this is the guy I'm thinking of, he's going to lead with the Tentacool here, which is why I made that switch. So, yes it is. Okay. Go with Gong Gong for this one. Just didn't want to use... ooh, that actually is going to push Gong Gong really close to evolving here. Not evolving, leveling up here, too. So, really, we just need to do a lot of catching up with Gyoja. I haven't had a lot of Pokemon to use fire and fighting moves on lately. It's been kind of bugging me, if I'm being honest. We got the critical hit for good measure. Absolute overkill. Level 48. Not bad. Everyone is almost on the same playing field now. Gold Duck, you are going to face the wrath of my Rotom here. But yeah, I think we'll be able to put Gyoja to use a lot as soon as we get to Victory Road. I'm not too worried about it. All right, so I'm going to hit you with the Thunderbolt. Perfect. And that should be a one-shot, no problem. And I'm actually going to switch Geist to the front of the party for the last trainer on this route, too. And then we'll be good. Because that last trainer is packing 1 water Pokemon that we actually haven't encountered on this entire route yet, which is incredibly shocking when you're going up against a bunch of water-type trainers, especially this late in the game. Man, they love to spam this Pokemon at you. But no, not this time. For some reason, for whatever reason, none of them have had this Pokemon up to this point. And that Pokemon is... Here it comes. Yes, I know I can surf, but I'd rather swim instead. It does seem weird. I agree. I don't think it is weird, especially when that seems to be the same hobby as everyone else out here. Yes, that Pokemon is Gyarados. We should be one-shotting this, no problem. So, I'm just going to hit you. I'm just going to use Thunderbolt because we're actually about to hit a Pokemon Center here in a second anyway. So, no kill like overkill. So down goes the Sea Dragon, and let's see, that should push us about to midway through level 48, because Gyarados is always worth a lot of experience. Look at that. My goodness. Yeah, right in the middle. I love it. And there we go. Okay, we left a Heart Scale behind. That's pretty much it for this route. Otherwise, I'm not too worried. So this is where it dead ends. You obviously could go all the way to this route without Waterfall if you wanted to train before Volkner, but Yes, this is where you cannot proceed any further. Let's head on into the Pokemon Center. And with our entire team healed up, we are ready to go. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. I am going to start this fight actually off with Geist. I know I need to train Gyoja, but we'll get to it. Don't you worry. We will get to it. We got a lot of items to grab as we go along. Now, there are no new Pokemon to get in here, except I should point out that if you didn't want to wait to train a Gibble, for instance, you can actually start finding Gabite in here that are totally wild. Obviously, still has a ways to go before it evolves into Garchomp, but not too far because the Gabite here are level 41, so 7 levels before you can get a Garchomp. That's really not too bad. So this is actually not the first trainer I was expecting to fight, but that's okay. For Noctowl, we'll just give you the classical Thunderbolt. No problem whatsoever. So there's going to be all sorts of items around here, a few of which are actually hidden, and some of those I definitely want too, so I'm going to have to really keep an eye out for these sorts of things. We'll just comb this entire area until we've gotten absolutely everything. Now you got Togetic. That's fine. This is going to push Geist really close to level 49. I mean, Geist has been just a breeze to use this whole playthrough. It's just been... I mean, I already knew that I was picking a very powerful Pokemon by getting Rotom, but my goodness. Honestly, nerfed only by the fact that it doesn't get stab damage from its Blizzard. That's like really the only thing that's keeping this from being way too OP. There we go. We got ourselves a Max Repel. First of many items in this area. That was also not the only trainer I was expecting to run into over here. Let's go this way. Okay, is there an item over here? Because I think I may have missed a trainer at the very beginning. So let's see. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to take this down. Doing a lot of rock climbing in here. This is why we need this move. Now, rock climb itself is actually not a bad move to have. If I just had any Pokemon that were running normal type moves that could get same type attack bonus, I'd honestly be okay with it because it can cause flinch. It's not the most accurate thing in the world. That's its biggest downside, but... if only my team were a little bit different, I wouldn't have to solely bring in this Bibarel that I've had attached to my hip for most of this playthrough. But dang Sinnoh, man, it's the one hang-up I have with these games, I swear. So there's the Haunter, that's the easy one. Then we're going to get into the more difficult ones here in a second. And you're going to start with Gengar. Okay, here we go. Now this should actually give us quite a bit of experience. A lot of fully evolved Pokemon in this area that we're going to be taking on. Which, all the better for me, because I could use the experience. Thank you very much. There's not really... I think the only Pokemon we're going to run into that's not fully evolved is, like, some Gabites and a single Gibble. Looks like there's also a Rhydon in here somewhere, too. But other than that, I guess Togetic wasn't technically all the way evolved. And, well, obviously neither was Haunter. But, yeah, lots and lots and lots of fully evolved Pokemon. And that's what my experience likes to see. Gardevoir managed to survive that by the skin of its teeth and decided to waste its time using Imprison of all moves. Why? Why would you think that was a good idea? Especially against a ghost type. That was stupid. Okay, well, there we go. So look at this. Geist is just speeding towards level 50. But I actually think we'll be able to get off of Geist here for a second. So let's grab this TM41 Torment. Not bad at all. Now we're going to head back, but we're obviously going to have to use another Max Repel before we do. I think 24 is going to be more than enough to get us through this entire place. Okay, so is there anything over here? Doesn't look like it. So let's rock climb our way back up, and we are going to go past... There's a rock climbing spot over by you, I believe. Yes, right here. Okay, this is where we're going to go. Now we can't get down to that item. That's going to be required from another... entrance, so that's fine. We don't want to go down that way. Instead, I want to head over here. Let's be very careful walking too, because remember, this controller, not the most responsive thing in the world. Okay, you. I am going to switch to, if you are who I think you are, I'm going to switch on over to Gyoja for this fight. Perfect. Here we go. Ace Trainer Mariah. Show me how you battled to get here. Let's do this thing. Lots and lots of ace trainers in this area, as well as you're also going to find veterans and whatnot. Starting off with a Blissey, though, which I like to see that because that is some really nice experience there. I'm going to use Brick Break on this one. I'll save the close combat for something else a little bit later. all of her Pokemon are weak to fighting, thank goodness, but one of them is also weak to fire, so I will be sure to use fire moves on that one. Brick Break alone was enough to knock out Blissey. I mean, that I think it's like a base 30 physical defense or something like that. Yeah, very easy to take down even with all of that. No, 10! 10 defense! Holy crap. Okay, and this is actually the Pokemon I was expecting to use. I guess it's weak to fire too. But I was expecting to use close combat on it. But let's try a Fire Punch. See how much that does. Magnezone has really good physical defenses, though, so I imagine it's going to be able to handle that pretty well. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, and the burn, though. Thank you very much. Thunder Wave, that's annoying. That's okay, though. I'll live through that. I will, in fact, probably just try to attack you through it. Well, actually, let's just do this. Because I will definitely be faster, and I doubt it's going to try to follow up again. So we use a full heal here. It's probably going to use, like, I don't know, some sort of attack. It's probably a special attack of some kind. So the burn won't affect it too much. It's going to use Discharge, which easily could paralyze me again. We will see. Please don't. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, it didn't. Thank goodness. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, nope. Don't go back into my bag. I am going to Brick Break you. And then I guess I'll just use the close combat on this next Pokemon, and hopefully we can just one-shot it, and then I can heal Kyoja after the fact. It's level 46. Okay, not bad. There we go. All right. And then some, to be sure. That is what I like to see. Okay, we should be faster than the Glalie. Let's hope this one-shots. Because Glalie does not have near the physical defenses that Magnezone has. I mean, it's still got decent physical defense, but not enough that it should withstand that. And the critical hit for good measure. I will take it. Thank you very much. Okay, there we go. 1942, not bad. And I think... Oh, do I want to continue? No, I don't. I think I'll probably pass up. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's an item pretty close to you somewhere. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, we got ourselves a nugget. All right, that's another item down. So now, is this our only way to go? I think it is. Okay, let's try it. Take our way up. Welcome to the second floor, everybody. Okay, we got all sorts of things we're going to have to rock smash through. Why did I rock smash the one that I literally don't need to rock smash? That was dumb. Okay, let's try that again. And again, still no new Pokemon in this area either. Okay, ooh, we got some strength boulders here. So we're going to need to move all three of these to bypass this area. That's fine. Just push that one down there. Perfect. Okay, and then we have you next. Let me heal really quickly. And I'll just use one of my many Hyper Potions that I still have on standby. Although, if you are who I think you are, I am actually going to swap Kyoja out for Triton very briefly here. Here we go. And that means I'm going to probably have to reactivate all my stupid HMs again. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Ace Trainer Omar, starting off with a Mamoswine. Look at that thing. How impressive are you, buddy? Big, big Pokemon. This is probably going to be the last thing I do in this episode, too. Ooh, Ice Fang. Okay, that's fine. We're going to surf you right back. That is some decent damage. Not the flinch. Not the flinch. Gosh dang it, the flinch. It's not what I like to see. Okay, I'm going to probably have to heal here. And the freeze. Wow, 2 10% procs in a row. That's brutal. Okay. Gosh dang it, man. Well, this is why we brought 30 full restores. Probably a little overkill, but whatever. Gonna take them anyway. Come on. Don't freeze again. Do not freeze again. That Ice Fang is brutal. Frickin', man, I just wish you were a little bit faster. I didn't want to use Kyoja, though, because I'm sure this thing is packing like an earthquake or something along those lines, and that was going to be brutal. And there's probably no way I was going to be one-shotting this Mamoswine with Kyoja. So there we go. Surf. All the damage we can do. I think we should be able to withstand one more Ice Fang, so we'll follow up with that after. Or we could one-shot this thing. Wow, I did not think that was going to happen either, but I will take it. You're not going to hear me complaining. All right, now on to Rampardos. I think I'll keep Triton out for this one, actually. Because Rampardos is all physical attack and actually not that quick, so we should be able to knock it down pretty quickly with its lower special defense. Obviously, not 100% on that one, but got it. Got it. That's what we like to see. Okay, for the last one, I will definitely use Gyoja, and that Pokemon is Mothim. Very, very easy pick for our fire type, obviously. Okay. And I think now, you know what? I think after this fight, because I'm going to call this an episode here, I'm going to do the thing that I promised to do like 10, 15 episodes ago. Because my gosh, it has been the longest possible time coming. Down with you, first of all. Thank you. Some decent experience out of that. And we have defeated Ace Trainer Omar. And before I call this an episode and say my goodbyes, I am going to go into my TMs. And I am going to pick Poison Jab. And I swear I am finally going to teach this to Gyoja. Holy crap, that has been the longest time coming ever. Let's do this thing. Just more powerful than Shadow Claw, although it does have a higher critical hit ratio, and it can cause poisoning sometimes. Why would I not do that? Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.